Hey there, I am scrounging up as much half-inch plywood as I can find around here of this sort. This is the relatively good stuff. Doesn't have to be perfect because I'm building the stand for my table saw. This morning I set it up on the cabinet part of it, and the idea with this is not cabinet saw like I have here, the previous one with the skill saw inside. It's to be in two pieces so that you would have flexibility as to what you wanted to put underneath. I mean, I want something completely open, and I'm not going to be having any great amount of dust collection on this. I'm going to have it so a vacuum can connect to it so that it'll extract the really fine dust. But otherwise, I'm just going to let the dust fall right underneath the saw. And then every morning when I come out here to do something, I can just sweep it out and put it in the garbage can. Rather than having a drawer or a box down there that fills up and then overfills and I forget about it, I just think that this is going to work out better. A nice clean open space underneath. Some sawdust falls down there, you sweep it out, you throw it away, and you're done with it. You know, I think that's better. So it's basically all going to be built from half-inch plywood. That's the reason why I'm looking around here for what I have. Come on! Gotta move the spalted crotch. Oh! So I designed this in SketchUp before I came out here, but I didn't print anything off. So what I'm doing is I'm making a list of the parts I need, which is always a good idea anyway. The way this is put together, they're like each leg is two pieces of plywood that taper. So you get a tapered leg look, and then there'll be a stretcher that goes across between them that links them together. And then behind that, there'll be another strip of plywood that the saw will actually sit on. The stand is actually bigger than the saw itself, saw cabinet, and the saw cabinet will kind of fit down inside the stand, like stick down about a half-inch, so that it's locked in place. And the concept there is to make the stand as rigid as possible with the least amount of material possible. So I'm going to make the list, and then I'm going to start cutting out the parts, and then I can start putting it together. I'm going to cut the taper that's on the legs on my miter saw. I just want to line up the marks that I've drawn here. You know, it's 4 inches down from the top, and then it's 2 inches like dead center on the bottom, and that gives me that taper on the inside. And I can easily cut that on my miter saw. I'll switch on the laser. The only real advantage I found to having a laser on this tool is lining up odd angles like this. I've got most of the parts cut out, but I'm going to start assembly on the end frames, the ones at the sides of the saw, actually. The front and back, there are no ends. There's sides and front and back. I'm going to call them that. These are the side frames, the shorter ones. So I'm going to start by gluing and bradding these two pieces together. This is the outside stretcher, that's 4 inches. This is the inside stretcher, that's 3.5. And you can see the lip that creates on the inside for the saw to sit down into. So I'm gonna get some glue spread on there and then drive in 5/8 inch brads so they don't go all the way through. I've got marks on the inside stretcher so that I can line up this part accurately. I'll get it in the right spot. That's good. It's the glue that holds these parts together. The brads are just clamps, more or less. All right, that's the first one put together. I can get the other three assembled, and then I can put the stand together. I mean, it's as simple as that. There's not a whole lot to this after you get the parts cut out. All right, it's time to start putting this together, and to do that I'm going to be using construction adhesive in the corners here. I'm using this mainly because, like I said before, some of this wood has finish on it already, and don't want to take the chance of the wood glue not sticking. This is the newer version of the polyurethane construction adhesive that I've been trying out, and I like it. It's good stuff. This is where you need more hands. Definitely need more hands, or need to have a spring clamp to help hold it upright. No, the spring clamp won't do that, of course. Good thing I don't have to worry about the glue drying while I'm messing around with stuff I should have already had taken care of. That'll work. Okay, I need that one in place to hold up this end while I get the other end fastened. And while I'm doing that, I can talk about the mistake I made. Pretty big mistake. Hang on. Let me get this corner first. It's too short. I don't know what happened, how I managed, but these are 13. They're, like, I was cutting them 13. I added a 1/2 inch, 13.5, figuring, you know, a little bit extra. They're supposed to be 17. I'm starting to lose it, I think. I'm starting to lose my mojo, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, not a big deal, since I've decided that I'm going to paint the exterior of the saw. I can always add on. I already started cutting out the pieces for it, but I wanted to get this done. Like, I wanted to get it put together first, because what I'll do is I'll add blocks on the inside here. I was going to do that anyway, but now I need to do it even more. And they'll extend leg down, and I'll just clad around it with rectangular pieces, no taper. And then when it's all painted, it'll look somewhat normal. I would prefer to have this taper go all the way down, and I can make that happen. Maybe I should do that. But then it's too thin, unless I added a piece over here. I'm not going to do that. That's making it too complex. I know a better way to do this. Now that I have that side done, I can actually stand this up, and I can add this piece over here. But you can see, like, you can see the way it's supposed to go together, right? You know, this goes in there like this, and gets attached like that, and then the saw sits down inside. Okay. The difference with this construction adhesive that I've noticed is that it doesn't bubble up like the other one does, and it also sets harder. Now, I don't know if it's as strong. It's supposed to be stronger than the other stuff, but strength is a product of a few different things. Where glue is concerned, like, you don't want to have the glue brittle, because then it's hard, yes, but if it's brittle, it breaks too easily. And this glue seems to be more brittle than the other one, but I haven't done any, scientific tests. Yeah, I just get the other side put on, and then I'll extend the legs to fix my mistake. And I'll leave this one off, I guess, with a picture of it actually finished with the saw as it is right now sitting in it. How about that? Okay, I came back. I should mention also, because I'm about to use this to fill the nail holes, is that this doesn't continue pumping like the other one does, which is a huge, huge thing. It stops pumping. As soon as you release the pressure on the gun, I guess what they did with this is they didn't include any air pockets to cause that to happen. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to use this to fill the holes, and then all I'll do is I'll leave it to dry overnight, and then I'll come out here tomorrow morning and I'll sand everything nice and smooth, get it ready for paint. Yeah. See? No extra pumping. And that's normal when you're down here, but I'm only this far into the tube. Excellent. It's excellent stuff so far. That'll make up for a lot right there. Okay?